I started a series about some important clauses you must pay attention to when signing a contract. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about employment contract. These are some of the things you need to take note of before you sign that offer letter. I know you're happy you got a job. Congratulations in advance. But these are some of the things you need to pay attention to before you append your signature on that offer letter. The first one is the job title and job grade. You need to be sure that the job title you're giving is actually what you've been interviewed for, right? Very, very important for you to know that. Then also, most importantly, is the job grade. I've seen many people interview for a particular grade and they are being offered a lesser grade. So you have to be sure. If you're not okay with it, ask questions. Why? Or you can walk out. I've seen people walk out from juicy offers. They're going to get more money, but the job grade is not commensurate with where they're coming from, the grade they're coming from. It can be job grade, job band, job level, depending on the company's terminology, right? But you need to be clear about this before you append your signature. This is very important. The next one is the compensation breakdown. You need to look at the numbers and be sure about it. At least a standard compensation breakdown should have at least the basic housing transport, your basic pay, and other components of the allowances, right? Your leave allowance, 13th month, if the company pays 13th month, and other allowances that can come in different terminologies. But in calculating all these allowances, just ask this question, please. After my tax deduction, pension, and all these things, what will be my monthly take-home net? Please negotiate and ask for that. If not, you might be signing thinking you're going to be getting something why it is not what you're getting. Because your compensation breakdown will have tax. Tax will be deducted and paid to the federal or state government, right? And then pension is meant to be deducted. Pension is 18%, 10% from the employer and 8% from you. So ask questions, understand these things, and then ask, please, what is my monthly take-home net? If it's not there, which is meant to be, but if it's not there, please ask and be sure about it before you sign that offer letter. Very, very important. The next thing you need to pay attention to before you sign an offer letter or an employment contract is look at the probation period and be sure you understand what has been stated in terms of the probation period. Probation period is meant to be like 3 months, 6 months, but look at it very well. Are there conditions before you are confirmed as a permanent or full staff? You have to look at those things. Is it going to be performance based and all? You have to look at those things. Very, very important. Then the next thing you need to pay attention to is that in terms of your compensation that we've spoken about, some things might be termed as variable pay. That means it's performance driven, it's not instantaneous, it's not an entitlement. It comes when you've fulfilled some particular obligations. And the thing is that sometimes most people put variable pay as part of the total emoluments. So you need to be sure before you sign. So you don't go and start calculating that the variable or the total emolument is what you're getting when some has been enshrined under variable pay. That means it's not certain, it's not static, it's not something that will always come always. Please pay attention so you take note of that. Very, very important. The next thing you need to pay attention to before you sign an offer letter is the termination clause and the notice period. If you want to terminate this offer today, either from both parties, what is the condition? What is the notice period? Is it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on your level? You need to understand that and also understand in lieu of notice. I've seen people that their in lieu of notice is the basic pay, while some others is maybe 1 month or 2 months of the total emolument. You have to be sure before you sign. And if you are in doubt, please ask questions. Very, very important. Another thing you need to be very sure of before you sign an offer letter is what I call the non-compete and restrictive clause. Some offer letters come with that clause. That means if you are working for us, you can't do anything with a third-party competition, or you can't enter into this line of business personally. You need to understand that clause, ask for more clarity before you sign. Very, very important. This clause has caused a lot of issues, and I explained this in detail in my first video. You can look out for it, but you also know that this is something you must pay attention if you're going to sign an employment contract. Is there? Then another thing is, look out for the job description. The offer letter, if the job description has not been shared already, ask for the job description to understand your roles and responsibilities before you sign that offer letter. Very, very important. I know you're desperate to start here, but you need to do the right thing. Then another thing is, you can also ask for the company's policies and handbook, or even if they're not going to share yet till you sign, ask them to explain some certain things that are very important for you to know before you sign the offer letter. Very, very quintessential. These are some of the things you need to take note of. My name is Tengod Simeon. I'm a lawyer. And if you need to review your employment contract before signing, you can reach out to us and we'll advise you and guide you so that you sign not in duress, or you sign thinking you're signing this while you're signing this. That is misrepresentation. So we are here to guide you. Thank you.